What's up with you? For today's video, we're a full Cyndaquil evolution team. So we've got Cyndaquil, Quilava, and Typhlosion. Now, I actually haven't done the Generation 2 starter evolution teams on my channel, so I'll be covering this week and next week. I'll be using 2 Cyndaquil, 2 Quilava, and 2 Typhlosion to make up the team. Typhlosion, man, that's like a fire and a flying type. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. So, links in the description there for all my streams. Let's get into today's battle. This is a battle against on I think that's how you say it, and we have a Carnivine lead. So Carnivine's probably, I guess that's probably one of the last Pokemon that I'd ever be scared of with this team, right? First Pokemon here we've got is the Cyndaquil. Now this Cyndaquil is a Will-O-Wisp Protect Burn Up Nature Power set. Burn Up's a really cool move. I actually ran it on quite a few of the Pokemon in this team. If you're obviously if you're a pure fire type, you actually turn typeless after using it. However, that stops you from using Burn Up too. Very, very interesting. I thought I could use it not only to hit the opponent really hard, but also remove that fire weakness. Now, the let's do a question of the day. What is your favorite fire starter out of all the generations? Every single one of mine, of course, is going to be Chimchar, because Infernate's my very favorite final evolution. But what's yours? Leave below in the comment section. I'd like to see which one is the most popular. Okay, we got this Carnivine here, and it's actually just using Giga Drain and hiding behind a substitute at the moment. It's only a matter of time, though, before I can take it out. Now, also, people, if you enjoy these videos, please drop a like. That only takes a second, and I really appreciate that. Now, just an update on some of my Pokemon sweeps that I was saying. Hopefully, I should be able to have one up. What's today? Friday. Looking probably at maybe Friday to Sunday, or tomorrow's upload or Sunday's upload. I should get that at least one of the Pokemon sweeps here. I've got a couple planned, and I just got to edit them up and stuff. So yeah, got some cool things coming your way. You'll definitely get them for Christmas, all right? So next move I'm going to use on Carnivine is going to be Tri-Attack, right? Now with this team, I was using like Tri-Attack, and I got so many freeze actors. Unfortunately for me right there, the Carnivine was a mix set with Giga Drain, Substitute, and Bite. I was like, oh, that's interesting set. Next Pokemon is going to be my Cyndaquil here. This is a physical set. I've got this set up as a Quick Attack, Flare Blitz, Aerial Waste, and Dig set. Its physical move pool is a little bit limited, and it's a Cyndaquil too. I've got Adamant Max Attack and Max Speed. I've got the ability Blaze and Choice Bed, and it drops pretty hard, right? So that is going to be the end of Carnivine. I really need to do a Carnivine sweep on my channel. I've done one lots of like outside of it, but I've never really posted. So I need to come up with a Carnivine sweep, maybe. I'm still kind of waiting to the Pokemon Home thing. So there's a lot of different strategies that I want to try, especially with Pokemon Go and stuff like that, the integrations there. So I'm kind of just, you know, waiting back a little bit. So we've got a Meganium coming in. I'm going to pop that Flare Blitz, and that is the end of Meganium. So bye-bye right there. Now, that's 2 Pokemon down, and actually, sorry, it's 2 Pokemon down on either side of the field because I, died to the recall damage. So that's both of me little Cyndaquils down. Next Pokemon is going to be Ampharos, and I've got my Quilava. Now, this Quilava, I'm just going to have a look. I've got, this is such a bad set. I've got Rollout, Defense Curl, Flame Charge, and Smoke Screen. What you do, right, is you put the Smoke Screen up, spam it as many times as you can possibly spam it, right? Get the Defense Curl up, spam Rollout, and just sweep through the rest of the team with its amazing attack stat. You might want to use a Flame Charge before then so you can actually outspeed some stuff. The EV spread is Max Attack and Max Speed, Adamant Nature. The item is Bright Powder, and the ability is Flash Fire. So we got this Ampharos. It confused me, and I'm sick of being confused by Ampharos. This last week, people have just been trolling the heck out of me with this Pokemon. So go for Rollout here, and it does pretty good damage considering it's a Zap Cannon Ampharos again, and it's also got leftovers. What is with people using Zap Cannon and Confuse Ray against me? Like, it's like I do it to other people, then they use it back to me. Alright, so I'm going to hit myself in confusion right there. It only does a little bit, but it's obviously going to stop my Rollout. Zap Cannon is going to fly on by Quilava again. So unfortunately, Ampharos's health is nearly back to full again after one Rollout, so it wasn't very strong. I need to get like a couple up to do something. So finally, I get another Rollout here against the Ampharos, and it does very, very little again. And Ampharos has Thunder Shock. What the heck? So it's a very, very similar set to Troll before, and I got paralyzed by Thunder Shock. I want to say this because out of all the years that I've done battles on YouTube, I think this could be the first video that I've ever been paralyzed by Thundershock in a video. I think it is. Like, you know, there'd have to be some, like, super dedicated Hypno watcher to, like, obviously know that fact, but I believe that's the very first time I've ever got paralyzed by Thundershock in a battle, let alone someone using the move Thundershock, alright? So Airfrost is pretty much kicking my butt here. It's going to go for a Zap Cannon and it's going to take me out. Why do they have Thundershock and Zap Cannon? It's just a straight troll set. So bye-bye Quilava. I thought I was going to do the trolling and I got trolled in the end. It is what it is sometimes, people. So Airfrost is going to be very annoying to get around, so I need to swap in my Quilava. This Quilava is a Eruption set with choice specs: Eruption, Burn Up, Extra Sentry, and Swift. Yes, it doesn't get very... It's very, very limited on the special side. So as you can see, Eruption's got a big base power right there. I could go for a choice specs burn up, but after that, if I do go for it, you know, it's I can't do anything. I've got to swap out, right? Because once you use burn up once, you can't use it again. So going for Eruption, and that does a lot of damage to Airfrost. I knew that it wouldn't take it out, and now it's going to hit me with a shock. So I've still got enough health for Eruption to do a decent amount of damage here, but that definitely will affect the amount of damage I might do to, you know, the next Pokemon coming in with full health, right? That's why I was considering going for a burn up. Next Pokemon is going to be Mighty Ina. I'm like, Mighty Ina is not very bulky, so I actually might be able to take this out still. Depends what sort of moves that it's got, though. It's got Intimidate. I'm going to swap it out there just in case it has Sucker Punch, because then Eruption's going to do like 1 damage to it, and I might waste my Quilava. So going to Typhlosion, it's going to be a special set with Snarl. That's going to drop my Typhlosion's special attack. Now, this Typhlosion is a physical set. I've got a physical one and a special one. I've got Expert Belt, Flare Blitz, Earthquake, Shadow Claw, and Howl. It gets access to Howl, which is quite cool. The one way I can really boost... Wait! No! This is the... Wait, hang on. This is the special one. Okay, fair. Sorry, getting my Typhlosions mixed up. That was the physical one that's yet to come out. The special one is the Power Herb, Solar Beam, Focus Miss, and Fire Blast Burn Up set. So in comes for Alligator here. I'm going to go for a Solar Beam, and that's going to have the Power Herb activated right away. This is my way of hitting like water type Pokemon. For Alligator has a Rindo Berry. Oh, it's a disaster. And it's going to be able to take this Solar Beam like really, really well. The EV spread on this was max speed and max special attack. I gave it Timid Nature. Now, for Alligator is going to be a special set with Water Pulse, and Water Pulse doesn't take me out, but it does a fair whack of damage. So I cannot do anything for Alligator. I can't go for Solar Beam again because it's going to one-shot me. So I'm going to go into my Specs Quilava. I thought, well, I might be able to badly live something here and try and then, you know, maybe I can Extra Sentry Fleet it out. So it's going to go for the Water Pulse there, and Quilava lives on 1 health. You wouldn't read about it, and the merch is available, right? So going for Extra Sentry, hoping I can get the Fleet right. Does pretty good damage. Unfortunately, it is going to get around me with a no flinches and hit me with an Ancient Power. So that's the end of my Quilava. So it's a fully special one. Maybe it's sheer force, but I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe they're just hoping for an Ancient Power boost. So next Pokemon is my Typhlosion, and then this is actually... Sorry, just have to adjust my mic there. This is actually my physical set. So as you can see, we've got the Howl boosting set, and I gave this Jolly Nature. So we're going to go for Earthquake Air. That is going to be enough to finish off for Alligator. All I've got left is 2 Typhlosions, and there is one other Pokemon left, which I quite laughed about in the team preview. I was like, oh, my Typhlosion will do good against this one when it comes out, right? It's going to be Macargo. So it's like, well, I can go for an Earthquake here. That's going to be 4 times, and that is the end of Macargo. Thank you for the battle, and a very interesting team right there, the Ampharos. I thought I could troll it, but it trolled me again. Let's get on to battle number 2. I've got 3 battles with this team as well. I forgot to mention that at the start. Okay, this is the battle against Peep Slot, and we got a Parasect lead, so... This is not going to do anything to my team at all, right? Anyone, well, maybe except not the rollout quill. Actually, no, it's got Flame Thrower, so any of my Pokemon can probably take it up. Parasect is going to slide out of the matchup here, and Weezing is going to come in. So, Weezing's very, very defensive. So, I've got my Burn Up set, which should do a lot of damage, right? So, popping that Burn Up against the Weezing, and maybe I should have gone for Eruption, then that probably would have taken out or got very, very close. Regardless, I was thinking, well, do I want to swap into one of my other Pokemon? Yeah, I'll do that. It's okay. I don't mind actually taking a bit of damage. What's it going to do to me? Maybe a Poison type move. So going to Quilava, I thought this would be a good chance to actually get my rollout strategy finally working this time. And then the Weezing uses Taunt on me. I'm like, oh, I can't use like Defense Curl or anything like that. Maybe I can just click the rollout button, right? And then Weezing adds Protect. I'm like, oh, this is a disaster again. So Weezing's got Taunt and Protect, which is going to completely and utterly counter my rollout strategy. Plus, it's got Black Sludge too. And I'm going to be real here. Black Sludge is probably going to recover off the first rollout, or maybe second rollout that Quilava does to it. So go for Flame Charge, getting a little bit of speed boost there. And now it's got Clear Smog. Like, oh, I can't catch a break, so it removes my speed boost. From speed boost plus one stage from my Quilava. So at this stage, I'm getting salty right now. So like, let's go for a defense go. Let's see if I can get this defense go. Spam rollout. If I, feint, I feint. That is what it is, right? So here comes another taunt, as I knew that was going to be coming my way. And now I'm going to go for a rollout. I've got the defense curl boost of the very first rollout, which will do something, I guess. But, yeah, it's not going to do a lot to a Weezing. So I'm going to need 2 more rollouts to hit this thing with, right? Now, Weezing's going to go for a Clear Smog. Clear Smog is still doing a fair bit of damage to me, even though, it's not a very powerful move or coming from Weezing, And I'm going to keep going for a rollout here. And it missed! Oh, I could have beaten it. But then it could have gone for, Protect again. So one more turn on my Quilava. Man, this Quilava's had such bad luck. I mean, it is a horrible, terrible set. But I was hoping I could control it. So go for another Flame Charge there. I thought rollout would miss. I might as well get some damage, like better than none, right? And the final Clear Smog is going to take little Quilava out. So bye-bye, Quilava. It's all good. It does return in the 3rd battle, and I can tell you what, it's absolute fire. Trust me. Make sure you stick around for it. So next Pokemon to swap in is going to be my Cyndaquil. You've seen the Cyndaquils earlier on. Now, this is the Choice Band set. So I just popped the Flare Blitz, and that's going to be enough to take out Weezing. That's pretty strong, the little Flare Blitzing Cyndaquil. Now, if you're lucky enough to get it in Blaze range with Choice Band and Flare Blitz, it hits really hard. Next Pokemon is Jumpluff. Great to see Jumpluff again. Like, what? This was actually kind of like low-key messed up, right? So the Jumpluff comes in here, puts my Cyndaquil to sleep. I'm sleeping at the moment. So I'm like, okay, what strategy is this going to be, right? Then it uses Worry Seed. I'm like, what the hell? So they put me to sleep. And when you use Worry Seed on a sleepy Pokemon, it automatically wakes up. And I just went for Flavors. I don't know what sort of, messed up strategy my opponent was trying to do there, but it's not going to be hard to live a Choice Band and Flavor. It's Sleep Powder, Worry Seed, Galaxy Brain. I do like Worry Seed. It's quite an interesting move, but man, I don't know what they're trying to do there. Like they're definitely trying to troll me. Trust me, I know that. Next Pokemon is Alakazam. It's going to go for a Dazzling Gleam here, and that is the end of Cyndaquil, right? Disrespect Dazzling Gleam. I mean, Cyndaquil's not very bulky, right? So bye-bye. I've got my Cyndaquil number 2 here. Now, this is the Will-O-Wisp one. Yes, the Will-O-Wisp one. So now, they went for a skill swap. Now, that would have actually been a very good move right there. But I don't have Flash Fire on this one. I've got Blaze. So they were actually, obviously they were expecting me to go for a Fire type move, get the Flash Fire, and then attack me afterwards. Just being trying to roast me, but it didn't work. I roasted them. So here comes the Dazzling Gleam from the Alakazam. Since now I'm not a Fire type, it hits me neutrally, and I'm going to go for a Tri Attack here. That should be easy enough to finish off at the Alakazam, but it would have been a Galaxy Brain play there. It lived, and then I got a Freeze Attack. I completely forgot. So that was awesome. Yeah, remember how I said at the start how there was like loads and loads of Freeze Axes, right? I kept getting them with the Cyndaquil all the time. I don't know what was going on with it. Like, I almost got it like, there was one battle, I think I got it like 2 or 3 times in like, almost in like a succession, right? So bye-bye Alakazam. I'm sorry about freezing you. Sorry, not sorry. Next Pokemon is going to be the Parasect. So I went for Nature Power again. It's like, well, that's the best move I got. I mean, let's be real. Parasect isn't exactly what you call scary when you've got 6 Fire-type Pokemon. So Tri Attack's going to do some good damage here. Parasect is going to go for a Psybeam. It's interesting that Parasect gets Psybeam, and that's the end of the Cyndaquil. Now, I've got my Quilava from early before. I can simply use any Fire-type move on this Parasect, and that will take it out. I'm going to go for Burn Up here. I'm going to change me into a typeless Pokemon. I'm thinking about actually maybe doing a new typeless team. I'll see if I can come up with, some new strategies. I'm not sure if I can. I'll probably have to wait till next year, though, when we can get all access to Pokemon and stuff like that. But hopefully I can come up with something new. Okay, Flygon's going to go for a U-turn here, since it obviously is neutral against me. I stayed in because I'm like, well, it's probably going to have Earthquake or a Ground-type move or even a Rock-type move. So, I just can't do anything at the moment. In comes Gyarados. So these 2 Pokemon are really good against my team. So it's going to fail there. I've got Choice Specs. Gyarados goes for a Roar. What the hell? So it's roaring me out. I don't know what sort of set this Gyarados is. Like, I know that it's going to be a troll set, but I haven't figured out what it is yet. So I'm going to go for a Burn Up. It's like, you know what? We've got a Water type move. I'm going to go for that move, get some damage, and then it won't be super effective against me. So I'm burning myself out now. I'm typeless. It critted too. Gyarados has got Roar again. I'm like, what is this? It's a phasing Gyarados. So there's no entry hazards on the field, so I'm not sure what sort of strategy this is going to be. So into my next Typhlosion, this is my physical one. I could go for it. I was thinking I could go for Howl here, but this Gyarados could go for Roar. Like, does it have any attacking moves at all? Like, what is the strategy? So go for Howl here, boosting my attack at one stage. This should hit Gyarados reasonably hard with, I don't know, Shadow Claw. And now it's got Waterfall, so I'm like, oh no, this is very bad. So that's the end of my Typhlosion. I've got a Quilava and a Typhlosion left. Now I'm thinking, well, Gyarados will one-shot both of them in Waterfall, but if I use Burn Up, it'll be typer, so it won't be super effective. So I will have a chance of actually leaving this. So first things first, let's go for the Burn Up on the Gyarados. I was low-key hoping for another crit, but it didn't happen. It's fine. It's okay. Now, Gyarados is going to be going for a Waterfall again, and see how well I take the Waterfall, considering that, you know, it's not super effective. That would have one-shotted me. So I know that I can leave two more Waterfalls, only just. So I was like, okay, well, I'll go for Solar Beam, right? None of my other moves are really going to do much damage. Plus, I got a plan here, right? I got a good plan. So Gyarados is going to be going, I think that went for another, like, attacking move, or sorry, status move right there. I went for a Solar Beam, and it's going to be going for a Roar again. So it's going to roar me out of this matchup. So obviously, they don't want me to be typeless. They want me to be fire type, so Waterfall will be super effective and take me out. So going into Quilava right now, I don't even know what's going on in this battle. And the Gyarados is going to get some more leftovers recovery, right? So it's around half health. Like, this is a struggle, man. I'm going to go for extra sentry. I was like, you know what? I'm going to, like, flinch this thing, right? So it does hardly any damage, and Gyarados is now going to get a Waterfall off Bugger. So that's the end of my Quilava. It was a good strategy to try and flinch it, but it didn't work. So bye-bye, Quilava. I've got one more Pokemon left here. And remember as well, there's a Flygon in the back. Now, all we know that Flygon has is U-turns. So I was like, well, it's got to have Earthquake in the physical set, right? So I need to make sure I can at least be not a fire type. So go for Burn Up again there. It wasn't enough to take out the Gyarados. However, none of Gyarados' moves could do anything to me. Plus, Gyarados cannot actually, it can't phase me. So here comes the Gyarados' Waterfall, and that doesn't take my Typhlosion out. And now I've got the opportunity to take Gyarados out with a Fire Blast, because I do have some sort of base power left on that. So that is the end for Gyarados. I'm very, very happy about that, because that was a very, very big threat. Last Pokemon is going to be the Flygon here. I know that it's got Earthquake, and it went for Outrage. So like, okay, it outsped me anyway. It didn't really matter what move it had there. I was hoping I could outspeed it and maybe hit it with a Fire Blast crit or something. But that's it for this game. Thank you for the battle, peeps. I don't like your team was just like a mega troll team. Let's get on to the third and final battle. This is a battle against Trevor, and this is a very, very fast battle, but it was very, very funny. Watch this. So Camerup's going to be the lead here, and Quilava is going to be my lead. Now, this is the rollout one, so I went for Smoke Screen here. I was like, let's see if we can get some of that beautiful evasion up. So we got that one Smoke Screen on the Camerup. Camerup's going to go for a Sunny Day. So like, okay, fair enough, that's fine. So it's got Sunny Day. So maybe it's setting up, I don't know, maybe some sort of set. I wasn't really sure at this stage. So I was like, okay, we'll go for a Smoke Screen again. So getting, you know, Smoke Screen number 2 set up. So like, okay, this is quite good. And now Camerup's going to go for a Grove. So it's like, that's why they wouldn't have put Sunny Day up. They wanted to boost their stats. So when the Sunny Day is up, right, the sun is up, Growth will boost your attack and special attack by 2 stages. A very, very scary stat boost. So what I'm going to do is go for a defense kill. I was like, well, I've got 2 Smoke Screens up. Let's go for it. And then they went for a second Growth. Like, oh, like, this thing could, like, annihilate my entire team. I'm very scared. So I was like, okay, let's go for a rollout. I'll get some damage on it, right? So first rollout does pretty good damage. They've got Flame Wheel as their attacking move. So they've got Sunny Day, Growth, and Flame Wheel. I don't think they've got any other moves apart from a fire move. And this is the one with Flash Fire instead of Blaze, right? So I sort of mixed up one into my team. So 2 of them into my team that had Flash Fire, and the rest had Blaze, because Blaze was sort of better on like a full Quilava or, you know, Cyndaquil Typhlosion evolution team. So I'm going to keep going for a rollout here against the camera. It had nothing to hit me with. They had no they had no other moves apart from Flame Wheel. Now, Camerup's physical attack isn't the greatest in the world either, but I definitely would have got down to a ground type move, so they must have had another status move. Dodgero's going to come in and go for a Tri-Attack. That does pretty good damage to me, and it's Life Orb too, so it's a special Dodgero, which is pretty nice. I'm going to go for a Rollout here. Rollout will definitely take out Dodgero, because that was like my third Rollout up I think I had. And bye-bye Dodgero. So that's 2 Pokemon down so far for the Quilava, so it's doing much better than it did in the last couple of battles. In comes Feraligatr. I'm going to go for a Rollout again, right? I outspeed, and Feraligatr gets dropped. Like, oh my god, this might get a sweep. So that's 3 Pokemon down right now. Next Pokemon, it's a Quilava. We both got a Quilava. It's like, okay, well, they're going to outspeed me, go for Extra Sentry. It misses due to the Scumbag's, evasion from the Bright Powder. I get a Rollout off, which is amazing. Here comes the second Extra Sentry on my Quilava. If that first one hit, it would have been so close. So I'm going to go for another Rollout here, and that is the end of Quilava, which is the 4th Pokemon. 2 more Pokemon to go. Can we get the Rollout Quilava sweep? The most horrible set in the world. And I was like, oh no, it's a Bayleaf. It's going to live. So I went for a Rollout here. I had to rely on my Bright Powder for a miss, and it critted the Bayleaf. I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. So that's the Bayleaf down right there. 1 more Pokemon to go, and it's going to be an Ampharos. I'm like, okay, Ampharos, this is going to feel good taking this out. Hopefully I can take it out right. So go for the Rollout here on the Ampharos. Hits very hard, and that's it. That is a full Quilava sweep right there. I'll put the live version of my channel. Hope you enjoyed this battle, people, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out. Quilava sweep.